Good day buddies. Hope you're doing great out there. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little ant farm. Used for keeping pet ants. We're going to base the ant farm with this container, so we need to measure it to have a similar height and length. Since we're doing a whole ant farm this time, with outworld or foraging area, it's a little bit different from our previous builds, since those are only nest. We're using Syn Cole board for the mold, as this are sturdy, waterproof and easy to cut as well. We got the size and all the pieces needed. Now we'll prepare the acrylic glass cover for the nest. We're drilling 4 holes for the bolts. Then we're just going to clip it to these same size center from the mold. This is to align the holes accurately. We're doing this so we can lay the glass flat inside the mold. Just make the holes bigger here, since they are for the bolt heads to rest. We also drill one to the right for filling the water tower. And if this made with tea light cups is too big, we can cut any PET bottle with our desired size like this, to make a smaller version. We have this short vid on the iCard, and on the description on how to easily make a water tower. Anyway, we can assemble the mold directly like this, on with the glass place inside as well. We're installing 2 nuts for each bolt, one to hold each bolt on the glass, and one each on the very end. Just a drop of hot glue on each corner joints, but we can set additional on the sides and bottom if needed. Just make sure the water tower position is elevated like this, so we're gonna have a solid base. Then we proceed on manually making the chambers using moist sand. We'll start it like this to mark the position of the tower. Then remove it so we can cover a little bit below of this part. This way, we're gonna have a part to check the nest water level anytime. After that, we'll just return the tower on place. One of our buddies asked on how to position the water tower on a vertical nest. We got you buddy, just do the placement sideways like this. Anyway, this is a vertical nest, not just tall enough since we based it on a short outworld. Let me know in the comments, if you want us to build a taller version of this nest ant farm. We continue on making the chambers. It's a little bit harder to work on a cramped space like this, so I needed a little help from a finger on the job. We spent several minutes on making this cute cave and chambers. For the nest entrance, we'll just place a silicone tubing here and just block it with a moist tissue paper. And we already prepared and mixed this sanded grout 15 minutes ago, to make sure it's all set well. We're just mixing it again for a few minutes before application. And like always we're going to fill the spaces in between, and around the chambers. This is to prevent air pockets, and avoid the chambers from moving before we fill it over with the mixture. We just need to let it dry for at least 48 hours, to prevent the screws on cracking the setup. Next thing we'll work on is the outworld, or the foraging area. We drilled this hole in the middle, so we can use a coping saw to cut an opening on the lid. We just need to use sandpaper a bit here, to polish the edges. This space remaining here will be a great place for the escape prevention barrier. We waited for the nest to dry, since we need it for the next step, which is making the outworld, to complete the setup. But before we continue, let me appreciate and say thank you so much to our buddy, Nihilo, for sending us a super thanks. This episode is for you, buddy. Wishing you the best of luck. Let me also say welcome back, buddies. And for those new to the channel, you're also welcome to D Colony. Before we can continue with the outworld build, we need to open the nest first, by just cutting the hot glue on the corners. And here it is. We'll open the glass, and clear the sand inside quickly. After that we can now size it to the outworld, to align the nest entrance perfectly. We just need to mark the place to drill. Then we rinse the nest with water. Install the glass cover. Then proceed, working on the outworld. We're going to make a grout wall on this side. This is important to create a secure connection between the nest and outworld, since it will tightly hold the tubing on place. We're blocking the tube with tissue as usual. Then proceed on filling this side to create a grout wall. We can add a decor here like sand toppings, or rocks like this. After the wall dried, we'll do the flooring next, which is also important as it will hold the grout wall on place, and prevent it from detaching to the glass. We also added more rocks. And artificial plants as well. Then we topped it with sand, to create a rough surface for the flooring. After it dries, we just vacuumed the excess sand. And we got this nice looking foraging area. We covered the hydration port with a silicone plug, to prevent unnecessary evaporation outside the nest. And our mini ant farm is done. I'm so excited to use this formicarium. If possible, I want a young carpenter ant colony on it soon. So let's see. It's been a while since I worked on this type of ant farm, so let me know what do you think on the comments, buddies. And what else you wanna see here on the channel, in the future. I just hope you have learned something from this video, guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button, that would help a lot. This is D Colony, saying goodbye. For now. But hoping to see you on my next videos.